Alright guys, hello, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we got a little interesting tidbit of info right here. This is perfect because I am in rush mode right now to prepare videos for the weekend because they decided, what if we just Shadow Drop World Tournament, guys? Wouldn't that be great? Thanks, Amatsu. I love Shadow Dropping World Tournament when I get no time to prepare for videos ahead of time. Thanks, Amatsu. I love you, my guy. Anyway, so this comes out right here. Now, so we could look at this and say, without a doubt, I promise you New Year's movies. So retire your baby theories, your Demon King Piccolo, all that stuff is done. It's now like Dragon Fist, BoJack, Gogeta and Broly, you know, those are like the choices. Beast, you know, something like that. It looks like movies, like for sure, is going to be New Year's. Because with Dokkan, like this, like where there's smoke, there's fire stuff does matter. So if you guys are not aware, I mean, I could probably just quickly pull this up in 2 seconds while explaining it. But they announced that several EZA areas, this was only shown on JP, by the way, but they announced that several EZA areas are going to be combined. They're going to be comboed into a new movies EZA area. It's like the Lord Slug EZA area, the Android 13 EZA area, and I can't remember what the other one was. Yeah, right here. Here it is. So this is on January 4th. 3 EZA areas are going to be comboed. Oh, and it's the cooler movies. So the cooler movies, Lord Slug movie, and Android 13 movie, those 3 EZA areas are going to be combined into just a, you know, movies EZA area. So that means something, right? It means it's very likely going to be movies for the theme of the New Year's celebration, right? Now we have this, right? So, again, Amatsu, I mean, I'm just going to directly say this. He makes my life harder than it needs to be, okay? Amatsu, man, we are on the same side, man. Like, let's kick this up a notch, all right? Let's start sliding towards that global sync. Let's, maybe not do like, so 2 weeks ago, JP did not get celebration info on time. Like, it was very weird. There just was no celebration info. Global got celebration info. JP didn't have it. This is for when Android 21 came out. Then Global has it at their normal time. Then the banner drops. JP does not have it at their normal time. Banner drops, and then celebration info goes live, right? That's how it worked for JP. So here, JP got the normal time. Global didn't get the normal time. But then Global gets the banner. But they just didn't put celebration info. They forgot. They said, oops. Oh, sorry, guys. We forgot. Sorry. So there's just no celebration info on Global, right? They say, yeah, figure it out, man. Stuff's going to drop. You'll love it, right? That's maybe it's just an aura of confidence coming from Amatsu. Maybe that's what we got going on right here. So no celebration info on Global. But there are some interesting differences in game. So Rick right here did the legwork. We greatly appreciate that. So let's take a look at this. So on JP, the Android 13 Slug and Cooler events, all movie related, and furthermore, what else are these? These are the 3 EZA areas. These right here. These are the 3 that are being comboed into the movie EZA area. They leave on January 22nd, anniversary countdown start. So we've seen this 1,000 times. This is confirmation that movies is next, right? Then on Global, Cooler events aren't even up. And then the Android 13 and Slug events leave on January 3rd, which is signaling that the next celebration for Global is not going to be movies and thus not going to be shared with JP, right? And then all of the Cell Saga related events leave on the 28th for JP, but then stay up till January 3rd on Global. And again, this does make sense. So the 28th, I suppose, is our start of the New Year's celebration. That does make sense. So, I mean, we'll see, BoJack and Gohan. Actually, if it's BoJack and Gohan, what are the chances that this would have just stayed up, huh? Maybe this shows us that it's not BoJack and Gohan, actually. We'll see. But something movies. I think Dragon Fist is, like, super possible. That would make a ton of sense to me. Minato has another little tack on right here. So Global technically has a part 1 and part 2 of the celebration, while JP does not. To be fair, it is a very, I've explained this before, but it's a very common thing where Global always has like official part 2. Many times JP does not just officially have part 2 to the celebration. A lot of times, that is more of a major celebration thing for JP Dokkan. Missions last longer in Global than JP as well. Okay, let's take a look at this. So Global has a part 2. Global missions last longer than JP. Global does not have any announcement of the EZA area movies. So this goes up to the 2nd right there. And then these ones are up to the 28th. Yeah, the little like snowmen stuff. So, I mean, there we go. It does seem as though Global and JP are not going to be synced for New Year's. My best guess for the next time Global and JP would be synced would be March 18th for Saiyan Day. So the sync is like for sure just like not even until like we can't even begin to realistically say like, oh, when is the Global sync happening until after Global anniversary. So again, we're talking like you know, I could maybe see the start of August as where Global just pounds out a ton of shit. Like maybe whatever that Global is not like has left, I could see them just throwing it out there at the start of August, and then August, you know, moving into worldwide download celebration potentially for the sync. That's maybe just kind of like a soft idea I have, but it does seem as though it's definitely going to be quite a while away, unfortunately. Now, Global, what are we looking at for Global? Like, what's Global going to get moving forward? Now, every year, they drop the Tanabata banner, like, right around Christmas. That is going to be the return of the 8th anniversary LRs, who are still magnificent, majestic monsters. Very, very good characters. I think they're very smart to get with red coins, if you would want to do that. That banner should drop, you know, right around Christmas. Again, JP does not get that banner, right? That's the banner we already had in July, and then that's why JP is going to be moving into New Year's right around then. And then Global, like usually like right around like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that typically is when Global a lot of times will get like a Dokkan Fest at the start of January, and it should be Super Trunks. Super Trunks does make a ton of sense for kind of the way they have things set up, because Super Trunks does not have a part 2 LR, which means they could bring in Big Daddy Omega for part 2. So this is who I expect to be the next major character to come to Global, is the Super Trunks. I do not think he's very effective. Certainly you could carve out a spot for him on the new 200% Super Saiyan category team. I mean, with, you know, future Gohan, maybe like AJL LR Gohan, like you could get this guy's abilities up, but I mean, you're probably running a weaker variant of the team to push this guy on here. This guy, unfortunately, was just one of the weaker Dokkan Fest TURs we saw last year, right? Like, he unfortunately was just not made very strong, right? Like, it's just that simple. Then this Gohan, I mean, this guy is easily one of the worst banner units we've probably ever seen. I mean, this is just offensive. This is not a realistic character you could run in fights, typically. They just, I don't know. What is one of the things I really hate? You guys know I talk about it all the time. Getting hit to get defense is it's terrible. It's terrible. It's awful. It's terrible. And that just kills this guy. I mean, he has no defense, and then he has to get hit. And where is the attack support right here? No guard, no damage reduction, no dodge. You know, no defense right here. Like, this is a unit that could significantly help this guy, but like they just made this Gohan just absolute utter garbage. Then we have this Vegeta. This Vegeta is really bad. He's really bad until you get like right about here. Now, you know, you could say, okay, well, but he does get good though. Yeah, he does. So, you know, this is turn 1, turn 3, turn 5, turn 7. Do you see the problem? That's the issue. And then this guy's really good, but it's turn 9. So, I mean, I could just make this point too. You could say, oh well, you know, Omega, you know, can be a longer fight. Yeah, you know, for sure. But I did do a run. Where did we finish this bad boy out here? Turn 5. We finished him off. So yeah, with the 200% team here, I mean, if we're getting turn 5 clears on Omega, I mean that's kind of like Omega is the longest fight by far. So what does that tell you about this guy, huh? All right, next, LR Omega. It really sucks because this guy, he's very strong. He has great animations. He's very strong. I like the performance he does. But the biggest fat ass cheek butt ever is this right here. The biggest butt ever is, oh yeah, he's only good if you're running a GT Bosses team. Yeah, have fun. So this guy just becomes, I mean, it's there's a lot of just terrible releases this year in terms of character strength, but I mean, you would be hard pressed to find a character who's actually like a bigger fumble than this guy, right? Like I would lean towards the Int Spirit Bomb Goku just because I think the stupidity of a third base Goku in 4 months is just like unbelievable. But like that, the thing is that Goku sucking doesn't matter because all his Saiyan teams, we have 50 options. Do you think like Power Absorption could use like a Carnival LR level character? Or Inhuman Deeds or something? Like dude, there's an alternate reality where he's like Inhuman Deeds 200%, and this is like extreme class allies, and he's a very strong. He's not like, oh my god, he's a top 3 character or something like that, but he's a very strong, good option at that point. Rainbow Orb changing, very tanky revive character. Those revive characters have got juice, man. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. He has great animations, too. Because the biggest thing about this guy is that he comes with this fight, which is definitely the most fun, difficult fight in the game. But now, I mean, especially that 200% Super Saiyan team, I mean, that touched this guy pretty fast. That 200% Super Saiyan team, though, I was destroying Fusion Zamasu as well. Fusion Zamasu did kill me, but it's with, like, BS, oh, slot 3 super, perfect, nice, right? Like, that could happen to, against any boss. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, all of a sudden, we're starting to get some real hitters here between Limit Breaker Vegito, 16, 17, 18, and now this 200% Super Saiyan Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Like, we're experiencing post-worldwide power creep now, for real. So, this fight is still going to be fun, right? There's definitely like some, some nice missions and stuff like that do come with it, with some like really strong equips and stuff. The final trump card mission, when this first came out, this was really tough to do this with no items. That was very difficult. But like now, I mean, again, we're at the point now where we're starting to get characters who are like really steamrolling this. So Global is going to get this fight when, it's not like, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's why the sync is so important, right? Like, a lot of people, I've had a lot of people telling me I'm an idiot, big, fat, dumb, the truth, pushing for the sync. Yeah, guys, remember when Global had the very exciting Omega fight? Oh, no. Yeah, no, actually, no. By the time they got it, it wasn't even as fun anymore. Like, it's stupid. The games should be the same. Same rewards, same prizes, same content, same level of hype. The game should be the same. Not one is better at this point, one is better at this point. It's stupid. It's never made sense. Ever. Go back to 26. I am on videos in 2016 saying we got to get these games caught up, man. Baby comes out. He's a pretty good EZA. I mean, he's not as good as, say, Rose or 16, 17, 18, but he's effective. He's got one of these powerful grid up transformations. He's good. He comes with Omega, and then that's it. Oh, by the way, and then the Broly and Trunks, they did kind of drop close to this Vegeta, so makes sense that will begin in January for Global. So this should be what January looks like for Global Dokkan. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, again, every day, it is a factual statement to say every day brings us one day closer to the global sync. Just remember that. Every day, we get one day closer.